Hello guys, so as you can see from the title, I deleted Instagram for 30 days just to see what would happen, okay? Now for me personally, I have Instagram and YouTube on my phone, and I have YouTube obviously because I've got a YouTube channel and I like to look at analytics, but also look at different videos on YouTube time to time if I'm traveling and things like this. But of course, Instagram is kind of the place to be in a sense, like for traders. I'm sure that almost every trader, or quite a lot of traders at least I'm sure are out there, are on Instagram. But also, you may not have to be a trader watching this and you are on Instagram. But again, the point of this is that Instagram, we all know, is quite addictive. You have Instagram Reels that you can just end up spending hours just scrolling through content, or at least a good amount of time before you're thinking, okay, I wasted a lot of time. How did that happen, right? But also because, Instagram is just a place where not only you get you see nice videos that are entertaining, but also nice pictures. But also, even for us traders, I know that I, for myself, do communicate with a lot of other traders through Instagram. So again, this kind of challenge of deleting Instagram would have been very, very interesting for me to see how I react, okay? So in this video, I'm going to go through my personal experience of deleting it and showing you what happened, okay? Now, as soon as I deleted Instagram, I noticed in the next few days, every time I went on my phone. Now, I'm sure you guys typically watch Instagram Reels or use Instagram at certain points in your house or times of the day. For example, you might watch Instagram first thing in the morning, you might watch Instagram at night before you go to bed, you might watch Instagram Reels or content in the bathroom, whatever it may be, right? I deleted it and I realized when for me, I personally don't really use Instagram in bed, but of course when I'm in the bathroom or whenever I'm bored, I just quickly check through what's happening. Now for me, I noticed that as soon as Instagram was gone and I was looking at my phone, my brain typically, like subconsciously in essence, not even consciously, subconsciously just went onto YouTube, and eventually it found shorts there, YouTube shorts, which is basically the kind of Reels version of, Reels to Instagram is shorts to YouTube, right? It's basically where you get these short clips of entertainment. And soon enough, within the first 3 to 4 days, I noticed that for myself, I was flicking through YouTube shorts, right? So, and it wasn't like a conscious thing. It wasn't like, oh, I was trying to find these kind of little bits of entertainment that would just keep me occupied for, a certain amount of time. It was literally like my brain went onto YouTube, found shorts, and then became very, very quickly occupied by watching those kind of videos, which is basically the same as watching Instagram Reels. But eventually I noticed that, like 4 to 5 days into this kind of experiment, I noticed that I was doing that, and I consciously had to try my best to actually say stop. But I got to admit that, for the 30 days, I did kind of reduce the time I was on YouTube Shorts watching these kind of videos. But again, I'm sure that for me, it was actually a lot less time spent on Instagram Reels. I know if I'm on Instagram Reels, I spent a lot of time on not only on Reels, but Instagram itself. Versus on YouTube Shorts, I did try and make a conscious decision to stop or slow down how much I watch in it. And that did happen, okay? But one of the things that was interesting here is that for me personally, my brain actually tried to find a way around and find these kind of short bursts of dopamine in a sense, just try and find some sort of entertainment whenever you're bored, okay? And as I consciously became aware of this, I tried to actually get rid of that habit. I personally didn't delete YouTube. I've still got it on my phone, but again, I just tried to actually, reduce the time I spent on YouTube Shorts, and that I did successfully do that to an extent. Of course, if you delete YouTube Shorts or YouTube generally, then you will obviously, have all that time to spend in between, and it won't essentially be wasted, okay? Now, I'm not saying don't watch YouTube. I mean, if you use YouTube as to find a mentor, or you watch videos of a mentor, someone that is guiding you or helping you in a certain way, then of course, then watch YouTube for that. But in terms of procrastinating, then of course it is not very good. Now, across these 30 days, I realized that my kind of time that I normally spend on Instagram, that space kind of opened. I felt like, hey, I've got a little bit more time in the day. And soon enough, I filled that in with reading. And also, I started less looking for kind of these places of entertainment and more into my reading. I actually started to enjoy reading more and the other kind of hobbies that I do in my daily routine. So, the main thing that I found is that if you actually take this plunge or this kind of Instagram 30-day challenge, or even just to delete Instagram to enhance your productivity, it definitely does work, okay? But of course, it's only as good as you make it. I mean, if you delete Instagram yourself and you've also got Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, YouTube and you watch YouTube shorts on it, then of course it's not going to work as well. But the point of this video is that, hey, I know that for a lot of us viewers watching this will have Instagram, and we do have I'm sure we also have that habit of being on Instagram, watching content and going through it and then realizing, hey, we've burnt up a lot of time. How do we become more efficient? And this video is essentially telling you, hey, in my experience, I did become actually a lot more efficient in terms of not only reading a lot more, but also just having that extra kind of space of time in the day. I just felt like I could get a bit more done, and I felt also a lot more balanced in a sense. I know that sounds weird, but I feel like, you know, how can I put this? I mean, Instagram in a way for me, like it does show some really, really pretty content, really nice content. But when you actually kind of move away as much as possible from that kind of world, you actually kind of get this, not only kind of like gratitude, but a sense of appreciation of the world, of the real world around you. You're not constantly thinking, your conscious is not thinking about, oh, that funny video, oh, that funny cat, because there is none of that, especially when you've deleted the app, right? You're actually just kind of more present in a sense. And I hope, you know, that might resonate with some of you that also incorporate meditation and these kind of peace kind of exercises, you know, in your daily routine. But again, you know, there were only benefits to actually deleting Instagram in my sense, in a way. But one of the things that of course were a disadvantage is, of course, like I mentioned before, like I do have quite a few people that I know that are in the trading industry that are on Instagram, okay? Now, a good way around this, for those of you that want to kind of take the Instagram challenge, 30-day challenge of deleting it and trying to become more efficient in your habits, if you do want to keep Instagram, and also you do have a lot of people that you speak on it and use it as like a DM kind of service, a messaging service, then one of the things that you can do, and something that I have implored doing, is to actually put all the people that you follow on mute. So when you go on Instagram, there is absolutely nothing in your home feed. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that you don't go. This doesn't mean that Reels is also closed. Like Reels is very much there, and that I think is probably the most addictive part of Instagram. It's the part of Instagram that really wants to hook you in. You will have to consciously think that, hey, do not go on Reels at whatever cost. So essentially, you use Instagram just as a DM service to your trading friends, if you know you are a trader, but be very, very wary of that kind of hook that Instagram can have. So anyway, you know, like I say, like this was a kind of quick video just to show you my experience, because for those of you that don't know, I was currently in monk mode. Now I've just come out of it, and deleting Instagram was part of it, just to see what would happen. Would my efficiency increase? Yes, it has. How would my brain react? Well, it tried to actually subconsciously, in a sense, just go and find some other bits of things that I could watch that would have nice little small dopamine releases, right? Just trying getting rid of that kind of addiction, kind of like smoking in a sense. But you know, one of the best things that I can say that came from this is that we all know, if you consistently watch content through Instagram, you start to get this image of the world that is not necessarily true, but also can affect the way you're thinking, especially the way you positively think. So, you know, for me, I found that in a strange sense, I became a lot more peaceful. I didn't feel like my conscious was overloading itself with information and thinking about, oh, how great would this be if, you know, for example, oh, if you have this car or this amazing house or this really funny video or all these people going on holiday. In the day, it didn't make me feel like, hey, my life is less significant or I'm not doing that. It wasn't there. It just kind of depleted. And for me, I found myself being a lot more grateful for the life I have and the kind of processes that I'm doing right now, and therefore that improved my mood and happiness. So, you know, there you go. You know, guys, I would definitely implore you to try deleting Instagram and seeing if you actually become more efficient. I know it is not easy, because some of you will have had Instagram for a long time, but again, you know, for me, I found more pros than cons of deleting Instagram. And yeah, I've become a lot more present. I feel like, you know, my mood is not fluctuating as much. I feel like in the day, like I said, I'm a lot more peaceful, a lot more calmer. I don't have too much conscious thoughts, which of course positively affects trading. And I just felt like more efficient in the day. I felt like that time, probably maybe I could spend an hour, for me personally, up on Instagram normally. That hour was freed up, and in a sense, I got more time to read or do other things that I wanted to do. So there you have it, guys. Like I say, you know, I do implore you to try this kind of challenge. I think that if you guys are struggling in a sense with your daily efficiency in terms of your processes, and if you're a trader in particular and you're trying to, you know, get a really nice routine, be careful and be wary of the things that Instagram can do to you. You know, Instagram, especially even in the trading industry, can show you, oh, a lot of people making a lot of percentage or pips or money, and showing you all the nice kind of side of life. But again, you know, all these people that even are successful on Instagram would have had these processes in place and would have worked hard to get there. So, you know, for a lot of us guys, we're still doing these kind of processes, okay? But, you know, it can put us down if we're watching someone else out there make it, and whilst we're not, and even in our subconscious, it does like make us a little bit more miserable. It does kind of affect our mood. So again, like I say, you know, experiment with it, try it out if you guys want to improve your efficiency. But there you have it, guys. That is what happened when I deleted Instagram for 30 days. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a fantastic week ahead. Take care and peace.